2nd of March 2006. We've arrived in Phoenix. It's 61 degrees and I left my jacket at home. This is supposed to be an art. This guy has a design for urban sprawl. Plus,
is that it?
I think that's it over there.
It takes I have to tour that.
Yeah, well, it has secret places that you can't go to unless you're on a tour. As you can see, all the structures here are using the poured concrete or gunite and utilizing the arch and dome effect. You know the technique of the skylight. The concrete is formed out, and then the framing was put on the outside of the form.
Our kiln that we use to fire all the ceramic products that are made here. And in this kiln we can fit about 250 pieces at a time, and we do a firing about once every 7 to 10 days here. One of those apps forms that I talked about, the model. And besides a ceramic studio, we can put up a wooden platform right up here in the middle and have a concert or a performance. And then people can sit right over there in that seating area, which you can see some of Frank Lloyd Wright's influence over there too, with the boulders. And over here is a rock clay that we get from Arizona. And Globe is east of Phoenix, a couple hours drive. And it comes right out of a hillside there. And we've been getting our clay there ever since Paulo started making ceramic bells back in the 50s. And so what we do with the clay is we put it into the vat and mix it up with some water until it gets really, be careful, until it gets really thick shells around the room. And these are plaster molds. Some of them are in one piece, and others are in two parts that we put together with some straps. Old bells and pots. They were originally. When they got up to the ceiling part, though, what they did was they set up a scaffolding right here in the middle. And then they put up a wooden platform on top of the scaffolding in a shape. And then they took silt and piled it up there on top of the wooden platform in this shape too. And then they got up there on top of this big mound of earth, and each one of those lines and ribs that you see in the ceiling, these were all hand carved right into the silt using just ordinary kitchen knives or butter knives. And then those round discs, what they did, those are concrete. What they did was they created a master in the silt. And then from that master, they made all these concrete discs. Once the discs were completed, they placed those up there on top of the silt where they wanted them to appear in the ceiling for decoration. Color of your building, depending on where you get your silt from.
And I guess in Arizona, insulation is not an issue.
Oh yeah, it is.
They have insulation inside
Yeah,
here?
it's on the surface here.
Oh, this is urethane foam?
This is urethane foam sprayed on top.
Okay. It looks like concrete, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they paint, you know,
And
they have a paint.
and then they top it
on.
with concrete then.
No, they top it with a paint.
Oh, the paint? Okay.
So over on this side is another family apartment, and it also has 2 floors. And in the middle is another apse form, just like these ceramic apse, but this is where the bronze bells are made. It's a foundry. And the way the apartments get some sunlight into them is through the big skylights. There's some smaller skylights around the middle where those humps are. There's windows that go out each side, and then also windows that go into the foundry too. And the inside ceiling of this building is also a silt cast ceiling. So on the inside of it, it has that silty texture and different colors. And it's not a straight ceiling. As you can see from looking at the rooftop, it slopes up and dips down and goes up and down. The inside is that way also. So on the inside of it, it has these interesting angles and textures and colors.
These are all occupied? You can't get inside?
Yeah, no, we don't have a model just yet. Over here, this is called West Housing because it's on the west side of these big arches over there. And then we have East Housing over on the other side. And East and West Housing are very similar apartments. They're kind of mirror images of each other. They each have 2 apartments inside of them. One is a 3-bedroom apartment. The other one's a 1-bedroom apartment. And there's about 4 people living on each side. And then East and West Housing have these big south-facing windows. So in the winter, when the sun's low, the sun shines through the glass windows right onto the concrete wall inside of there, warming up their patio, kind of like a greenhouse effect. And then they can open up the door to their apartment to let that heat inside as well. And then the big windows, they can also be pushed in so that they open up, and so that they can have like an outdoor patio and let the breeze in to cool it off and cool off their apartment.
Solar panel. So the function of this is...
Yeah, I'm going to tell you in just a moment.
Okay.
And these were the very first structures that were completed here in the beginning. And each of these vaults consists of about 12 of these colorful panels. And each one of these colorful panels, they were made on the ground over some curved silt. All of that design work and colors were painted right onto the silt. And then once that was completed, they put in the steel reinforcement bar and poured the concrete. And once the panels cured, they were lifted up there with a crane, and then they were welded together. And they had scaffolding.
This is the cistern operation. The water collects at the roof and drips down into this water collector here. Here again,
Okay, well this is our amphitheater. Oh, you'll see these dummies around too, here and there. And one of our residents, or So, and every day they change positions. And I never see anyone doing it, and so it's interesting. But that's what that is to signifying that time. So this is our amphitheater and our drafting tables and computers. Over on the left side is another apartment. And then on the far right is a greenhouse. And then below the greenhouse on the bottom floor is an indoor lecture room. And then we have 2 other offices downstairs. And then right below us is our nice pool, although it's not heated in winter. And below the pool is the rooftop of our motel. We have 10 rooms that we rent out, and we'd like to develop this area further into a 3 right around the pool. And the walkway does go down to the guest room, and it's lit at night with some solar panels down on the hill.
See, the windows are
And
set
down
into the frame down.
It's our silk casting workshop area.
So even if the
And in
window
the spring
had
and
a
the
curve,
fall, we have 1-week programs where people can come here and work the silk, making sculptures and pool. And the pool is lined with a lot of boulders and rocks. So we're hoping that it will keep the pool water warm in the winter with all that thermal mass. And then way down below is furniture wood. So it's like a little wood crop that we're trying out. But we discovered that they really lower the water table greatly. So at one time they were going to plant the whole field in these trees. And then they decided not to because it really lowers the water table so much. And so right now they make a nice shade for gardening below. And then those.
well, we actually overdid it. We rented a 2-bedroom room here, Arcosanti, and you know, I was hoping it had the one with the glass skylight, but
This totally sucks.
why? What's
You know
wrong?
they got a TV in here? They couldn't even put a TV in here? Look, go in there.
What? What's wrong?
Please, it's a joke.
Well, I spend more money in Brussels and in
That's
Germany.
not the point. It's supposed to be a suite. They put a stuffy
Well.
TV in here.
Millie's not happy. It's our stay here at Arcosanti, and we're having dinner on site. This is the cafeteria area with buffet, $7.95. $6:30 in the morning, and we're. What's the name of this room, by the way, again?
This is the Sky Suite.
Oh, the Sky Suite at Arcosanti.
Have you taken pictures of the Sky Suite yet?
Well, yeah.
Well, have you taken pictures of the surrounding one, for instance, that staircase going up onto that roof?
Well,
Just kind of
it was a little dark last night, so.
See the staircase going up on the roof? So I guess people can go up onto the roof for whatever reason. And the beautiful view. I got a bit These Italian cypress trees are very pretty. The sun's starting to come up.
Okay, it's the morning of the 24th? 23rd. Thursday the 23rd. We're still at Arcosanti.
Arco.
Oh, Arco.
A-R-C-O.
Arcosanti. And we're doing a little walking on the path down below the complex.
And very
This will give
soon-
you a better view
Camel show our room. Not yet.
of, well, yeah, our room is right there in that big, oh no, it's not.
No, our room is right on the other side of this arch, and on this side of that tower. So it's not quite in view yet. It's almost in view. We'll see it in a little while.
You hear the noise, that's them making the, grinding the bells, finishing off the bells that they make here, brass bells. They also make ceramic bells. A lot of cubes, a lot of people, well, I say about 65, 70 people live here. And we reached the mesa across from Arcosanti, and you see more of a panoramic view of the complex from here. Well, you got the sun right behind you, and I don't know how good that's going to be, but Millie's up on top of the mesa. She's really proud of herself. And here, down here, is the little motel rooms that we did not stay in. Those are $45 a night. Some of them you have to share the bathrooms. We stayed at the Sky Room, which is right in this complex on top here, where that big circle is the room we stayed in. Actually, it's a 2-bedroom cube. And it's out here in the middle of the desert. Arcosanti, it's his envision of a community that is self-sustaining and getting away from the urban sprawl concept. Again, you can hear the someone grinding the bells down. And this structure over here is where the visitor center is, the cafeteria, and underneath a couple of, again, living areas. Okay, we are now on top of the mesa. And it seems like I will not be the only person placing a board.
See, that's all gonna be. See that big circular thing? That little circular thing with the angled window? The angle, right on the right side of the big arc. You see that angle coming down from the roof?
Yeah.
The circle with the triangle, that's
right.
our room.
Yeah, yeah, I videotaped
okay.
that. Yeah, yeah.
So it really is the highest room in the whole place, I guess.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to put my vortex up here to outdo these. Yeah, it is.
You gonna be able to outdo it?
Yeah, I think so.
I think I'm recording. Yeah, I am. Okay. Here's David starting his vortex. And as you can see, he's got 2 rocks so far. He may not be building a vortex there. And as you can see, we're on the very top of the mesa. There is Arcosanti. And here is the 360 view of the mesa that we're on. And we just climbed all that. All that. Back with switchbacks to there. So David is once again trying to build his little vortex. And there's David's butt. Say hello to David's butt. Okay. Okay. Here comes David again. He's building more, and let me see. So far he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Will he make it? Especially with this wind coming. Will he build his vortex? Oh, come on, David. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. The whole thing is gonna go down that mountain. There it goes. There goes David's vortex. It ain't gonna happen. There it goes. There it goes. Goodbye. Up. Up. He'll do it eventually, I think. There he goes. Oh, come on, David. There he goes. I must admit, he's very good at building these things. But you see, there's another one that is 5 rocks, and he's determined to outdo the 5 rock one. Which is why he's being so stubborn about this. He might have done it. Oh, right. David, stand by your vortex. Superhero. Don't fall off now. Oh, right, baby. And see, that vortex outdoes this vortex, which was the next best one. Okay, honey, I'm proud of you. Stay smile. Oh.
Here at Arcosanti, they make bells, and we're in the where they make the brass bells. And you see where they're packing the and over here they do this packing of the. Over there they are putting the material into the furnace is melting the ingot, and here they're actually grinding the bell finish.
See, that's what he's saying. They pour the thing in.
Yeah.
Pouring the bronze. I think I can imagine what that's going to look like. And they just have to set
it. Here at Arcosanti, they have their own bakery, and it smells wonderful in here. They have
stuffed croissant. I have chocolate raspberry. I have blueberry and cream cheese. I have a mushroom blueberry cream cheese. Blueberry and cream cheese. Yeah, it's inside it.
It does sound interesting.
And I have turkey and provolone, ham and Swiss.
Oh, you have little breakfast sandwiches too.
Oh yeah. Well, they're not sandwiches. They're retro croissants. This stuff is inside. It's rolled up when I do it.
and we have purchased a wind chime bell from here. 46 bucks, brass.